بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا وعظيمنا وحبيب قلوبنا وشفيع نفوسنا أبي القاسم محمد وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين وأصحابه الغر الميامين. الحمد لله الذي جعلنا من المتمسكين بولاية سيدي ومولاي علي بن أبي طالب. اللهم صل على الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله. أما بعد، يقول الله في كتابه الكريم: بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ألف لام ميم، ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين الذين يؤمنون بالغيب ويقيمون الصلاة ومما رزقناهم ينفقون. The first of our salawat in honor of Rasulullah Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. The second in honor of Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali ibn Abi Talib. The third with your loudest voices in honor of the Imam of our time, Imam Sahib al-Asr wal-Zaman. Respected scholars, brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. The discussion concerning the occultations of the 12th Imam is without a doubt one of the most important discussions within the religion of Islam. As we know, yesterday we left the discussion by talking of the beginning of the ghaibah of the Imam. Within Shia theology, our belief is, of course, that the Imam goes on two occultations. One that is known as Ghaibat al-Sughra, the other known as Ghaibat al-Kubra. Some term it as Ghaiba al-Saghira and Ghaiba al-Kabira. And as Mufid terms it, he calls it Al-Ghaiba al-Qusra as well as Al-Ghaiba al-Tula. You find, therefore, that within Shia belief, there is the belief that the Imam went on two occultations. Many turn around and ask the question, how is it that you believe in an Imam who you cannot see? Yes? And the idea that if many of the Shia world are asked the question that this Mahdi you believe in, where is he? You reply by saying he's an occultation. So you're telling me that you believe in an Imam who you cannot see? We reply, yes. But how can that be? As in, what benefit is an Imam in occultation? Why would this person be an occultation? As in, some will come and ridicule the followers of the school of Ahlul Bayt for following an Imam who they cannot see. Many times you hear people saying, these Shia believe in an Imam who's in a cave somewhere in Samarra. Or these Shia believe in an Imam who's not even helping them at the moment. Not only have they not seen him, they've never spoken to him. He's never helped them with anything. And now when they're going through oppression in Kuwait or in Iraq or in Sham or in Pakistan, that Imam is still in his ghaibah while they go through their oppression. You find therefore many begun to ask this question, that what is the basis of our belief in the unseen? As in, we know very well that if we're fortunate in our lifetime, this eye may get a glimpse of the Imam. But there's also a possibility that I may live my whole life without seeing the Imam once. When you ask someone, where is he? The reply is that he's in ghaibah. And our sixth Imam mentions this in Na'mani's ghaibah. He says that there are two ghaibahs. The first is the shorter occultation. The second is the longer occultation. In the first one, the highest and most trustworthy of the Shia will meet the Imam. Yes? In the second one, no. If he meets you, yes, the capability is there. But as for you having your private audience with him, no. Someone turns around and says, then why do I need an Imam who I can't see? Yes? As in, what is this belief in occultation? All the other 11 Imams I saw, All the other 11 Imams had their companions. Now we are a generation who never saw. As in, are those people who saw Imam al-Hussein, aren't they more fortunate than us? They were able to see the Imam on the earth, whereas we're not able to see. So some began to doubt. And that's why Imam al-Sadiq taught a dua to Zurara about this very issue of the doubt concerning the period of Ghaibah. Yes? As I don't blame anyone in this period of Ghaibah if their Iman is tested. Yes? All of us. Our Iman is tested in this period. Imam al-Sadiq told Zurara, in the period of the Ghaibah will be a period of confusion. Yes? Tell our followers to recite the following dua. This dua, I want all of you, whoever listens here or on television, the internet, wherever you are, try and memorize this dua. Why? Because this dua shows you how belief in the unseen has a hierarchical basis. What do I mean? I mean that belief in the Ghaibah, it doesn't start with the Mahdi. It actually originates higher than the Mahdi. Imam al-Sadiq tells Zurara, tell us, our followers, to recite, Allahumma arifni nafsak. Many of you have heard this. Allahumma arifni nafsak. فَإِن لَمْ تُعَرِّفْنِي نَفْسَكَ لَمْ أَعْرِفْ رَسُولَكَ. Allahumma arifni rasulak. فَإِن لَمْ تُعَرِّفْنِي رَسُولَكَ لَمْ أَعْرِفْ حُجَّتَكَ. اللهم عرفني حجتك فإن لم تعرفني حجتك ضللت عن ديني. Listen to this dua. Oh Allah, allow me to know you, for if I don't know you, I'll never understand your messenger. Ya Allah, allow me to understand your messenger, for if I don't understand your messenger, I will never understand your hujjah. Ya Allah, allow me to understand your hujjah, for if I don't understand your hujjah, I have deviated from my religion. Yes? Imagine here on the first level, Imam al-Sadiq says what? Don't straight away say, let me understand the hujjah. First ask yourself, have you understood Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? The moment you've understood the existence of Allah, the ghaibah of the hujjah doesn't become difficult. Yes? And you'll come to see what I mean by this. Therefore, when now you as a father are asked by your son or your daughter, or you as a mother asked by your son or daughter, how can we prove that 12th Imam is actually existing? We can't see him. Yes? Where is this idea of the belief in the unseen? Naturally, on the first level, there are many things in the history of humanity that we've believed in that we've never seen. I'm sure you all agree. There are many things now and 1,000 years ago that we've believed in that we've never seen. I'm sure there are certain cells in our body that only a few hundred years ago we didn't even know were existing, and we've never seen them with the naked eye. Likewise, there are other areas of our life, whether it be magnetic waves, electronic waves, sound waves, whether it be electricity of different types that we've never seen, but we believe in, yes? On the first level, someone may give a very trivial answer like that not everything that we believe in, it means we've never necessarily seen. However, the Quran has made it an even easier issue, yes? The Quran has said to those who make fun of us about our belief of the Mahdi being in Ghaibah, the Quran has replied to them by saying to them, one of the central beliefs of any Muslim is to believe in that which they cannot necessarily see. As in, we know generally as human beings, our senses are limited in what we can perceive. Our senses, whether it's my sense of sight, for example, is limited in what it can perceive. There are only certain things of the existence that I can perceive. Even the world of energy, info energy may surround my existence and I can't even see it, yes? But the Quran said, even if you don't go to these things, just look within the central tenets of what it means to be a muttaqi. You will see one of the signs is to believe in that which you cannot see. Let me examine this in order that we're able to answer those who say, how could you believe in an imam who you cannot see and who is in his ghaibah? And I'd like to do this in the following stages. Number one, how does the second surah of the Quran show that if you want to be pious in the eyes of God, believing in the unseen is one of the most important things? Number two, how did we come to an understanding of a God that we cannot see? How does Ali ibn Abi Talib reply to the person who said to him, have you ever seen God? Number three, why is it the human wants God to be made into an image? What is that feeling in the human being that has always, since time immemorial, wanted to deify or put God into the form of an image? Number four, are there Muslims who have made God into an image? And if they are, why have they made God into that image? Number 5, what other creations of God in Islam do we have to believe in and we've never even seen in our life? Number 6, how did Islam get saved? Because the Prophet went on a night of ghaibah. And what was that night of ghaibah that the Prophet went on? Number 7, what's the difference between a prophet whose ghaibah is in the heavens and a prophet whose ghaibah is amongst the people of the earth? Number 8, the fact that we can't see him. Does that mean that we can't communicate to him and that he's not around us? And number 9, of the utmost importance, how do the poets of Al-Muhammad discuss the reasons of the occultation of the Imam? Let me examine this in order that we're able to reply to those who talk about the ghaibah in a negative manner. All of us strive to be pious in this world, yes? Another word for the word muttaqi is God conscious. We all strive to be amongst the God conscious. And we know very well that the criteria for being those people who are revered by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not your race, nor is it your color, nor your ethnicity, nor your wealth, nor your education. Rather, the criteria is what? Is that your taqwa precedes everything. In the Quran, when Allah talks of taqwa, we all want to be muttaqeen in Ramadan, yes? Shahr Ramadan, I think everybody here in this room wants to be counted and raised as one of the muttaqeen on the Day of Judgment. In the Quran, what does Allah say is the criteria for being one of the muttaqeen? The Quran in Surah Al-Baqarah begins with a monumental verse. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alif Lam Mim. ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين. Yes, that book, there is no doubt within it, on it. It is a guidance for whom? For those who are conscious of Allah's presence. Who are those people? Criteria number 1. الذين يؤمنون بالغيب. Yes? Imam, we say he's in ghaibat, correct? Quran says the first criteria for a muttaqi, not Muslim, not mu'min, muttaqi, is that they believe in the unseen. Why? It's quite obvious. Because the most important pillar in the religion of Islam is believing in a God who you cannot see. Do you agree? As in all of us here as Muslims, all of us did not see Allah with our eyes. We saw Allah with our hearts, yes? The heart being the seat of the intellect. I saw Allah with my intellect, not with my eyes. As in, let's get something clear. When the Quran says those who believe in the unseen are muttaqeen, it's not just saying have a leap of faith and just believe in the unseen. No. The belief in the unseen requires prerequisites. Allah didn't just want you to believe in Him because the Quran said believe in that which you cannot see. Allah wanted reflection, contemplation, pondering, to ask about His existence. Yes? Allah didn't want a group of people who said, okay, we just want a big leap of faith. That's why we believe in God. Yes? No. He wanted people who would make rational inquiry, then reach a conclusion that Allah exists. Yes? Because there are many, if you ask them, how do you believe in God? They say, I felt God. Feeling God doesn't do anything for me. Yes? If you feel Vishnu and I feel Krishna and I feel God and everything, that's not giving me anything but leaps of faith. How did you have a theological conclusion, and no problem, even scientific conclusion, that God exists? Yes? Yes, at the end of those conclusions, you have to have that belief in the unseen. But up to that point, there requires inquiry. Someone came to the Imam Amir al-Mu'minin, someone came to said, Ali, have you seen God? Imam replied, how can I believe in a God I haven't seen? Have you seen God? He said, how can I believe in a God I haven't seen? I didn't see Him with the eyes. I saw Him with the certainty of the heart. Yes? Certainty of the heart, what does it mean? It doesn't just mean, oh, I felt God. It means I intellectually studied, reflected on the world that surrounds me and came to a conclusion that there must be an existent who these eyes can never perceive. Yes? That I believe in an existent, if He is seen, then I have defined Him. And if I've defined Him, then He is limited. And if He is limited, why am I worshipping that with limitations? Therefore, Ali ibn Abi Talib would say that the Lord that we believe in, when we say believing in the unseen, doesn't mean you just make a jump and say, I believe in the unseen. It means no. It means ask, inquire, and then you'll reach a conclusion of a Lord who these eyes, as the Quran says, لا تدركه الأبصار. Vision will never perceive Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that's why you find many times the Imams of Ahlul Bayt, if people came to ask them about Tawheed, the main pillar of Islam, the Imams wouldn't just say to them, oh, Quran says, الَّذِينَ يُؤْمِنُونَ بِالْغَيْبِ, that means you have to believe in God. You'll never see God. No, the Imams would say, ask us, and we'll answer you. That person who came to the sixth Imam said to him, Ja'far as-Sadiq, show me God. Imam as-Sadiq said to him, no problem. Here, there's the sun. Look at the sun. The person looked at the sun. A few seconds later, moved his eyes. Imam as-Sadiq looked at him and said, what's wrong? He said, the rays of light of the sun, they blinded me for a few seconds. He said, if you can't bear to see the creation, how do you expect to see the creator? Yes? The creation, the sun you couldn't bear to see. The sun for a few seconds, I need to put on those sunglasses straight away. Yes? I have to put them on for a few seconds. And you want to see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? No. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, part of our belief is we believe in the unseen. That vision cannot perceive. Not that I just want to jump a leap of faith. Yes? No. Another person came to Imam as-Sadiq. Many of you have heard this in many of the majalis before. That person who came to Imam as-Sadiq said to him, if God exists, can he fit the whole universe into an egg? Without the egg getting bigger or the universe getting smaller? Impossible. How? Universe, egg. Can he fit the whole universe into an egg without the egg getting bigger or the universe getting smaller? Ja'far as-Sadiq said, easy. He said, how? He said, how many senses do you have? He said, 5. He said, name them. He said, I see, I touch, I taste, I smell, I hear. Yes? He said to him, what do you see with your sight? He said, I see buildings, I see trees, I see forests. Imam said, if your Lord can fit all of those things into your eyes, you think he can't fit the universe into an egg? Yes? As in when you walk in Manhattan, you walk in Fifth Ave, yes? You see those skyscrapers. Allah, who could put a skyscraper that big into this eye, he can't put the universe into an egg. The point was what? The point was Ahlul Bayt. The first pillar, the Quran said, of the muttaqeen, yu'minuna bil ghaib. That all of us, our first pillar is what? It wasn't 12th Imam. That's when 12th Imam went into ghaiba, I believe in an Imam I can't see. Nor was it the Prophet. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is existent, I've never seen, but that I believe in. Do you ever go to another Muslim and say, where's this Allah of yours? Yes? No, he'll say to you, Allah can never be perceived. Most Muslims say, Allah can't be perceived. No, there's a handful who say yes. And you go to Saudi Arabia today, go to the Wahhabi school, when it comes to the body parts of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they say Allah sits on a throne on the day of judgment. Yes? They describe to you the beard of Allah, and that even these people, Muhammad bin Abdul Wahhab, Ibn Taymiyyah, yes, the very reason that we see this in the world that's happening, yes, all this terrorism that you see in the world today, the heretics, sadly, are the ones who are behind this. You find without a doubt that these people would say, they would give a lecture on Mimbar. They say, we come down, Allah comes down from the heavens like we come down from the Mimbar. Yes? Allah has a hand. They asked one famous speaker in Bombay. I won't mention his name here. You know him. Very famous speaker in India. Yes, from other schools in Islam. They said to him, you believe Allah has a body? He said, yes. He said, how? Quran says, لَيْسَ كَمِثْلِهِ Shay, there's none like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He said, yes, you're right. We have 5 fingers. Allah maybe has 1,000. And so then why are you making fun of the Hindus? What's the difference? If you're saying Allah might have 1,000, the Hindu at least when he puts a statue, we don't see 1,000 hands. Yes? You find therefore that they say what? Allah will be seen on the day of judgment. Why? Because to them, a Lord who exists has to be seen. Quran said no. الَّذِينَ يُؤْمِنُونَ bil Ghaib. Those who believe in the unseen is the first sign of taqwa. Yes? The first sign of taqwa are those who believe in what? In the unseen. Abu Hanifa and Bahlul, when Abu Hanifa used to believe shaitan will not burn in hell. Because he said shaitan's burned from fire. He's made from fire. So fire cannot burn in fire. Abu Hanifa used to say, what else? That all of our actions are predestined by God. We have no choice. Abu Hanifa used to say, God will be seen on the day of judgment. Why? Because everything that exists has to be seen. Bahlul picked up a piece of clay one day, threw it on Abu Hanifa's head. Abu Hanifa was in extreme pain, took Bahlul to court. Bahlul running around the court, the judge is there. Abu Hanifa, what's wrong? He said, do you see how much pain I'm in? This Bahlul threw a piece of clay on me. Judge said, Bahlul, you did? He said, yes, I did. I threw it. Which criminal admits? He said, yes, I did. I'm the one who threw it. He said, what do you mean you threw it? He said, I'm the one who threw the piece of clay. He said, how? He said, Abu Hanifa says shaitan will not burn in fire because he's made from fire. I picked up clay, threw it on clay, clay got hurt. Yes? Second reason he said what? Bear with me and understand. Second reason he said, Abu Hanifa, are you in pain? He said, yes, I am. He said, you said everything that exists will be seen. Where's your pain? Yes? Where's your pain? You're in pain. You don't say, oh, my pain is on the third quarter of my... You don't describe pain like that, yes? And then he said to him, Abu Hanifa, you are the one who says, all of our actions are predestined by Allah. Therefore, it wasn't me who threw it. Allah made me throw it on you, yes? Because those who say all of our actions are predestined by God, those people, why do they say things like that? Because when they want to do haram, they say, Allah made me do haram, yes? That's all the politics of the kings, such beliefs, yes? Like Ibn Ziyad said to Bibi Zainab, what do you think of what Allah done to Hussein? Ibn Ziyad said to Bibi Zainab, what do you think of what Allah done to Hussein? And she replied by saying, I saw nothing but beauty. Yes? What do you think? You're going to get to me? Yes? I know it wasn't Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I know it's not. It's your hands. But even with your hands, I saw nothing but beauty. Let's have a first salawat, inshallah, on that honor. Second in honor of Sayyidah Zainab alayhi salam. Third in honor of Imam Sahib al-Asr wal-Zaman. Therefore, the school of Ahlul Bayt is the school that says Allah has no body. Other Muslims in the world today, half of them agree with us, especially those who took Mu'tazili inclination in their theology. Otherwise, the other half, no. Allah has on a body. And would you believe, I read a hadith once, Allah on the Day of Judgment sits on a throne. To his right is Rasulullah. To his left is Muawiyah bin Abi Sufyan. Yes? Yani Muawiyah has quite a graduation, yes? Even Uthman doesn't get there, Umar doesn't get there, Muawiyah jumped. As in, you can't be that obvious with hadith propaganda. I don't mind, listen, if you're going to make up hadiths, try and make them up in a better way, yes? That's not the best way to make up a hadith. There's other ways to make up hadith, do you agree? Yes? Putting Muawiyah there, put someone else. His makeup, say Salman, Abu Dhar, no problem. You're putting him to the side. Therefore, those who come and always say to me, let's have Shia Sunni unity. No doubt. I'm a firm believer that Muslims have to be tolerant of each other's beliefs. Even if we agree to disagree. There has to be akhlaq the way we talk. But Shia Sunni unity doesn't begin on Imamah. Let's begin with Tawheed. Then we'll get to Imamah. Yes? Because in Tawheed, if you believe Allah has a beard and a shin, and you know what they say? Allah puts his foot in hell because there's too many people. Puts his foot down so there's more space in hell. You know, they came to sixth Imam. They said to him, someone said to him, Allah sits on a throne. He said, what do you mean? He said, in the Quran you say Ayatul Kursi. So he must sit on a throne. Sixth Imam says, then why are we worshipping Allah? We should worship the throne. Because a throne that can carry Allah should be worshipped. Yes? Where are you going with that? You're telling me that Allah sits on a throne. Bring me the throne. Let's worship the throne. Yes? How dare you even think that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But that's something in the human being. What do I mean? The human sometimes out of their jahl, sometimes out of their sincerity, they want an Allah they can touch, feel, hug. Yes? The Jews at one time believed Uzair was the son of God. Yes? The Christians at one time believed Jesus was God on earth. Then you came to the Christian, you said, hold on, when God is in heaven, is he still on earth? He says, no, he's in heaven and earth. No. But when he's in heaven, who's the one on earth? That's him as a human on earth. Then the theology becomes wishy-washy, yes? Then you're not sure about the theology anymore. Hindus believe in one God, no doubt. But there is a yearning in the human sometimes because of the love of God to put images. Someone says, is that shirk? The imaging of God, making statues? Because Hindus believe in one God. Yes, that's shirk. Why? Shirk is not to believe only in more than one God. It is also to put partners to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yes? And it is also what? To make images of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yes? Because someone, when he says to me, the Hindu brethren believe in one God, I say, I agree. But we can't have Allah be put in an image. Why? Because one year it will be an image. Another year it will be sujood to the image. Another year, that image, you look at it and you think it is God. Therefore, Islam would be very clear from the outset. Lan tarani, Allah tells Nabi Musa, when the children of Israel say, can we see God? Allah replies, Lan tarani. Lan litta'bid. What does that mean? Lan in Arabic means forever. Yes? That means you will never, forever, not a chance, whether in dunya or akhirah, will ever see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you doubt it, then why have we said to you, الَّذِينَ يُؤْمِنُونَ بِالْغَيْبِ? Yes? الَّذِينَ يُؤْمِنُونَ بِالْغَيْبِ is what? First criteria, believing in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that's why when Imam al-Sadiq told Zurara the dua, what was the first part? Allahumma arifni nafsak. فَإِنَّكَ إِن لَمْ تُعَرِّفْنِي نَفْسَكَ لَمْ أَعْرِفْ رَسُولَكَ. Yes? Ya Allah, let me know you first. Because without knowing your ghaybat, I will never know Rasulullah and Imam al-Hujjah. Yes? Because when people come and tell me, what's this ghayba? Hold on a minute. You believe in a God you can't see. Then what's your problem with an Imam I can't see? Yes? In a God who you can't see, then what do you have after that? Not when the moment I realized Allah, understood Allah, believed in Allah, after that, everything Allah told me, which I cannot see, I believed in because I understood Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What do I mean? My brothers who make fun of me about the Mahdi, excuse me, my brother, when did you have lunch with Jibreel? He says, what do you mean? I said, Jibreel, you know, angel. How was lunch with him? He says, what do you mean? Jibreel, no one can see him except, let's say, the prophets. I said, so you believe in an angel who you've never seen? Yes? Where is he? Says he's in occultation, no one can see him. In other words, you believe in an angel with wings. Yes? And an angel with wings. And you call me crazy for believing in a human being? Yes? An angel. Why? Because Allah in the Quran said, الَّذِينَ يُؤْمِنُونَ بِالْغَيْبِ. First criteria, Allah. Second, His malaika. Yes? Has any of the Muslim world ever seen it in Jibreel, Mikael, Israfil? Inshallah, we never see Malik al-Maut. Well, we're probably going to have to. Have any of us ever seen them? No, we haven't seen them. Do we all have to believe in them? If you don't believe in the malaika, can you be a Muslim? No. Quran many times says, the righteous are those who believe in Allah, the book, His angels. Yes. Then what else? Any of you ever seen the jinn? Inshallah, none of you have seen the jinn. Yes, inshallah. And I pray that you don't come across any. Leave them to their world. Do you believe in the jinn? Unless any of you here are ma'soom, I think there's one famous jinn who's been whispering in your ear his whole life. Yes? You ever met shaitan? Ask any Muslim now. Shaitan, you met him? He say, I might have met shaitan, human beings. Yes, but the actual shaitan is jinn. I've never met him. Yes? Do you believe in shaitan? Yes. But where is shaitan? Show me him. No, shaitan's in ghaybat. Yes? Shaitan's in ghayba? Yes, he's in ghayba. Why when I believe in the Mahdi I'm stupid? Yes? You call me ridiculous. But shaitan who's been in ghayba, there's no problem believing in him. Yes? Because when you believe Allah is in ghayba, you have to believe in malaika. You have to believe in the jinn. Yes? You have to believe in all that. Then what else you believe in? I beg all of you. Have you ever seen heaven or hell? Have you ever seen heaven or hell? Yes, maybe. Heaven, Anfield. Hell, Old Trafford. Yes. Maybe some have seen heaven or hell. No. No one has seen heaven or hell. No one has seen heaven or hell. Do we have to believe in heaven or hell as Muslims? Yes. You have to believe. Let's say someone gives you different philosophical, mystical opinions about heaven and hell. Doesn't matter. Quran mentions Jannah and Jahannam. Quran mentions. Where is heaven and hell? Show me. Show me with these eyes. Quran said, الَّذِينَ يُؤْمِنُونَ بِالْغَيْبِ. Yes. Those who believe in that which they cannot see. Yes. The day of judgment. I don't know what's going to happen on that day. But I have to believe in the unseen. I have to believe it's going to happen. Yes. In other words, what are we saying? The Quran from the very outset said one of the signs of taqwa is believing in ghaibah. Yes? That a person who believes in the unseen, not haphazardly believes in the obscene. Yes? There needs to be narrative, theological discussion, contemplation of these issues, Quranic evidences. But the bottom line was what? That Allah is in the unseen, Malaika unseen, Shaitan and the jinn unseen, death and heaven and hell are unseen, heaven and hell are unseen. Therefore that was the criteria from the very origin. That anyone who has a doubt about the Mahdi, firstly, الَّذِينَ يُؤْمِنُونَ بِالْغَيْبِ. Secondly, were there prophets of Allah who went on the ghaibah? None more clear than the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. This religion would not have been saved if it wasn't for a moment of ghaibah. Yes? Many times Muslims try to explain Islam by saying the whole of the seerah of Rasulullah was rational. There's none of this ghaibah, Mahdi, occultation, messianism. Hold on a minute. On the night of Hijrah, how did Rasulullah get out of that house? When all the tribes of Quraysh said, we're going to kill Muhammad, yes? All of them said that we're going to kill him in his house. Rasulullah came to Amir al-Mu'mineen. Imam at that time, how old was he? Imam was 23. He came to him, he said, Ali, would you sleep in my bed tonight? This is their plan. He said, Ya Rasulullah, will you be at peace? Will you be secure? Yes. He said to him, yes. He said, then my soul be sacrificed for your soul. My body be sacrificed for your body. The poet says, there is a difference between the man who runs after you to the cave than a man who you ask to sleep in the bed. Yes? Of course, there's a difference. When you ask this man to sleep, you didn't ask anyone else to accompany you anywhere else. Yes? This man, you said to him, would you sleep? He said, yes. That night he slept. These people wanted to all stab him. Why did 40 of them want to stab him? Why not one? If one stabs him, then there's blood feud going to happen. If 40 stab him, you don't know who was the first to put the knife in. There's a cover-up. Even when they kill any dictator in a country, 40 or 30 guards shoot him at the same time. So you don't know which one was the actual killer. So there's no revenge mission taking place. That night when Rasulullah left the house, how did he leave? Did he say, oh, salam guys, how are you? Good to see all of you. I'm just going to go to Medina. You guys stay here. No. وَجَعَلْنَا مِنْ بَيْنِ أَيْدِيهِمْ وَجَعَلْنَا مِنْ بَيْنِ أَيْدِيهِمْ سَدًّا وَمِنْ خَلْفِهِمْ فَأَغْشَيْنَاهُمْ فَهُمْ لَا يُبْصِرُونَ. We created a barrier in front of them and a barrier between them so that they could not see where he is heading. Yes? Tell me, Allah wasn't thinking later people might doubt Islam because his Prophet Allah gave him something which others didn't get? No. I, your Lord, when I want my Messiah to go into ghaibah, none of you can stop that ghaibah. Yes? When my Messiah's life is in danger, then if I want, I'll take him away from your eyesight. Yes? No Muslim doubts that when Rasulullah left the house that night, the soldiers did not see him when he left. Yes? When we say the Mahdi went on ghaibah and no one in Samarra could see him, yes? They say his Mahdi, he went on ghaibah and he's in some cave. And why when Rasulullah, it happens to, there's no making fun of Rasulullah, yes? When Rasulullah left the house on the night of Hijrah, why did no one laugh and say, this is all ridiculous? No, Allah, when He wants to, He'll suspend the laws of science, correct? Allah, when He wants to, He'll suspend the laws of science. If I want to, none of you will see Muhammad. Why? وَيَمْكُرُونَ وَيَمْكُرَ اللَّهُ وَاللَّهُ خَيْرُ الْمَاكِرِينَ. They plan and we plan, and we are the best of planners, yes? You plan to surround the house of Rasulullah that night. You thought you were going to kill my servant. You thought you were going to kill my Messiah on earth at that time. Plan as you want. I'm the best of planners, yes? Same with Bani Abbas. They surrounded the house of Imam al-Hujjah, thinking that we're going to kill him when he gets out. وَجَعَلْنَا مِنْ بَيْنِ أَيْدِيهِمْ سَدًّا وَمِنْ خَلْفِهِمْ سَدًّا فَأَغْشَيْنَاهُمْ فَهُمْ لَا يُبْصِرُونَ. Yes? There was a ghishawa, it was a complete seal on all of them. And that's why even the idea of ghaiba, Umar ibn al-Khattab, when Rasulullah died, he took out his sword, he made an announcement. Rasulullah is not dead, Muhammad is not dead. He has gone into ghaiba like Nabi Musa went to ghaiba. Hold on. Those who deny ghaiba, Umar himself, when Rasulullah died, he took his sword out. I will kill anyone who says Muhammad is dead. This is in the books of Ahlul Sunnah. Anyone who says Muhammad is dead, I will kill him. He's gone into ghaiba like Nabi Musa. Someone says, Nabi Musa went into ghaiba twice. The first time when he went on Mount Sinai, he was away from his people for 40 days. The other time was what? When he went to Madian, far from the people of Egypt. Yes? When he married the daughter of Nabi Shu'aib, he stayed in the farm away from the whole of society. Yes? Did that mean that he was dead? No. It's just that the people couldn't see him, but he could see the people. Yes? He was in a ghaiba. Umar took his sword out. He said, whoever says Rasulullah, whoever says Muhammad is dead, I'll kill him. He has gone on ghaiba. Those who make fun of our ghaiba, Umar himself attests to the fact that a prophet of God may go on ghaiba. Then Abu Bakr told him, listen, calm down. Yes. Stop this waving of your sword on everybody. Yes. But the point was what? The point was that Umar had made it clear, we believe in the ghaiba. If Musa went on ghaiba, then Rasul could go on ghaiba, even though Rasulullah clearly had died already by that time. Someone asks, were there others who Allah had mentioned who had been on a ghaiba? As in, were there other prophets who had been on a ghaiba who Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala maybe did not allow the people to see them, but allowed them to live? You find there are a number of prophets. Us and our brothers in Ahlul Sunnah believe that they're in ghaiba right now. Yes? A number of prophets. The first of them who? Prophet Khidr alayhi salam. Do you agree? Prophet Khidr, they say that he's still alive until today. That man who had his communication with Nabi Musa and the famous story of Surah Al-Kahf, the person who taught Musa about wilayat takwiniya. Musa already knew wilayat tashri'iyya. Prophet Khidr alayhi salam who taught dua Kumail to Imam Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam. That Prophet Khidr, when he teaches dua Kumail to Ali ibn Abi Talib, yes, who Imam then teaches to Kumail bin Ziyad. That Khidr, how is he teaching things to Ali ibn Abi Talib if he lived in the time of Musa? Yes, it's because Allah let him live in ghaiba. Yes, الَّذِينَ يُؤْمِنُونَ بِالْغَيْبِ. Those who believe in the ghaib. Nabi Khidr alayhi salam, according to certain scholars, he's alive until today. That's one prophet. Another prophet is who? Nabi Idris alayhi salam. There is opinions that Nabi Idris, when Allah says about him that we raised him to a lofty station, some say that was his exalted position. Others say no, it's not his exalted position. It's that Allah raised him away from his nation. Yes? His nation, who may have had certain oppressive personalities who wanted to kill him, Allah decided, I'll allow him to live, but none of you will gain access to see him. Yes? None of you. All of you need to understand that he's alive, but you cannot see him. Another one who is alive, but we cannot see him, Nabi Isa alayhi salam. Yes? How old is Nabi Isa now? 2000 and, let's say 15, for example. Tell me, I remember once someone in my face said to me, he said, Nakshawani, where's your Mahdi? In my face. Yes? It was a Q&A. He tried to be rude, said, where's your Mahdi? I said to him, where's your Isa? He said, sorry? I said, where's your Isa? I haven't seen him recently. Of course, he's my Nabi Isa. But the way he spoke, yes. To me, where's your Mahdi? I said, where's your Isa? Recently, have you spoken to him or no? So he's in Ghaiba. I said, so why can't you apply the same to the 12th? Oh, but. I said, no need for buts. Yes, stop there. It's good for you and good for our health and your health and the whole of humanity that you stop there. Yes? You can't tell me Nabi Isa, you believe that he's in Ghaiba. Yes? But when it comes to the Mahdi, no. Why? Why? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who wanted Nabi Isa to stay alive, but that you couldn't see him. And subhanallah, Nabi Isa, when he returns, does he lead the Mahdi in salah or the Mahdi leads him in salah? Yes. When Nabi Isa returns, the 12th will lead Nabi Isa in salah, because the 12th is the son of Fatima al-Zahra. And Nabi Isa is the son of Maryam, and Fatima Sayyidat Nisa al-Alameen. Yes. Therefore, Khabar, Isa, Idris, and I could go on, Ilyas, and I can name you others who have existed, but they're in Ghaiba. Yes? Shaitan exists, Ghaiba. Malaika exists, Ghaiba. Anbiya exists, Ghaiba. Now, is there a difference between Anbiya when it comes to their Ghaiba? Yes. Some Anbiya, maybe Allah raised them to the heavens. Yes? Other Anbiya, maybe in Ghaiba, but you still have access to them. What do I mean? Nabi Musa alayhi salam was in Ghaiba from his people. Yes? When he was in Madian. But you can still have access to him. You may not recognize him, but he recognizes you. Yes? Let me give you another example. They asked Imam al-Sadiq salawatullah wa salamu alayhi. Asked Imam al-Sadiq about the 12th Imam when he's in Ghaiba. Yes? Can we see him? What is his position like? He replied, like Nabi Yusuf alayhi salam. Yes? Nabi Yusuf was in Ghaiba from his brothers. Does that mean he didn't exist for them? No. They were able to come to him, talk to him, see him, ask for help when there was a drought in the area. Yes, when they came to see him, not knowing that now he's the treasurer of the whole of Egypt. When they came, they saw him. Was he there? Yes. We're not saying when the 12th Imam is in Ghaiba, that means he's dead or something. He's with us. It's our sinful eyes that don't recognize him. Yes? Otherwise, the brothers of Yusuf Imam says, they recognized who? They didn't recognize the 12th, but did the 12th, they didn't recognize Nabi Yusuf, but did Nabi Yusuf recognize them? Yes. Does that mean that Nabi Yusuf, because he was a Ghaiba to them, what was the Ghaiba? Not that he's somewhere in the clouds or somewhere on the 7th heaven. No. He's in this world with them, the same earth as them. But you may see him and not recognize him, but he sees you. And that's why we have a hadith from the Imams, that when the Mahdi reappears, we'll see him and we'll say, oh my God, how many times have I seen you before? Yes? How many times have I seen you? We're not talking when we say Ghaiba about a man who's got taken to the heavens with no eyes. No, in the same streets over here. In Hajj you may see him. On your ziyarats you may see him. You may see him when you're ill and you need some help. Yes? But whether I recognize him? No, I probably won't recognize him. When he reappears, I'll look and say, subhanallah, how many times I've seen you before? Yes? What does that mean? That means the Imam is amongst us, walking amongst us, seeing what we do on a daily basis in different parts of the world. Don't imagine the Imam. And this is the problem with the Shia. Yes? When they talk about Imam Mahdi, they talk about him as if he's not with them. As if he's somewhere far away. Yes? No. I don't want us to be like those who believe in the Dajjal. Our brothers in Ahlul Sunnah, they say Dajjal is locked up on an island somewhere. Since the time of Rasulullah. Yes? We believe in the Mahdi. 300 years after Rasulullah, they make fun. Dajjal is locked up in an island from the time of Rasulullah. Yes? Don't imagine your Imam is like this. The importance of your Imam is how much importance you give him in your life. You think about him, you want help and support, and using him as a wasila, Allah will help him to be your wasila. If, however, you just look at him as an abstract, generic, theoretical concept, then that's all he is to you. Simple. That's all he will be to you. If you actually take him and you say, Allahumma عرفني نفسك فإنك إن لم تعرفني نفسك لم أعرف رسولك. اللهم عرفني رسولك فإنك إن لم تعرفني رسولك لم أعرف حجتك. اللهم عرفني. Ya Allah, let me get to know your hujjah. Please, please. Ya Allah, I know these eyes are sinful. This is the only reason we can't see the Imam. It's because of the amount of dust our eyes have gathered from haram. Yes? Because a pure sight like that, only the pure eyes gain access to. Yes? Those who would have had the opportunity to have met him would have been those who took him as really in their life. Yes? Not as someone who's in a heaven somewhere up there or doesn't exist. No, they actually believe that he exists. They've asked Allah to show them him, and they cry in dua, Nutba azizun alayya an ara al-khalq wala tura. They cry in dua every Friday morning, it hurts me that I see all of the creation, but I don't see you. Yes? That's the thing that pains them the most. That, Ya Allah, how do I see everyone? And I can't see the hujjah. Yes? Isn't that the ultimate dream? Someone asks, why the ghaibah? Yes? So why did he go on these ghaibahs? The first reason is because of the fear of life being killed at that time. What did we say? They surrounded, like they surrounded Rasulullah's house on the night of Hijrah. Yes? They surrounded the house so they could stab the hujjah, kill the hujjah. Because of that, the first reason the ghaibah was what? Allah made sure you plan, I plan. I'm the greatest planner. Yes? You tried to kill my prophet on the night of Hijrah. I made him walk past you. You didn't see him. Those who believe in ghaibat, they'll know that I did the same with Mahdi as well. First. Second reason he's in ghaibah, to test our faith in him. Sometimes people say to me, I wish I was with Imam al-Hussein, so I could have seen Imam al-Hussein. Even if you saw Imam al-Hussein, what do you think? It would have made you religious? 72 turned up to Karbala. Sixth Imam says, the greatest are those who believe in the hujjah. Because the others saw their Imams. Those who believe in the hujjah haven't seen him, yet they love him. Haven't seen him, yet they believe in him. They are the greatest of companions. Yes? Allah will raise them like they were shuhada with Rasulullah at war. Those people who work to prepare the reappearance. Yes? The second is what? Allah is testing us. It's a period of confusion. At that time, between 260 and 329, a number of books were written about the Hira. Ibn Babawayh wrote a book about the Hira. Nahawandi wrote a book about the Hira. Himyari wrote a book about the Hira. They all wrote books because it was a period of confusion. And that's why 6th Imam tells Zurara, 2 du'as when you are confused about the 12th Imam. Ya Allah, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim. Ya Muqallib al-Qulub, Thabbit Qalbi ala Dinik. That dua is for the 12th Imam. Second one, Allahumma arifni nafsak. Allahumma arifni rasulak. Allahumma arifni hujjatak. So therefore the second one is what? How many of you will believe in him that when he reappears, you're ready to join him? Yes? Some people say, but wait, I want to see Khurasani, Sufyani, Dajjal. No. What if straight away Allah says, there you go. Dawood bin Qasim al-Ja'fari asked Imam al-Jawad. He said, oh Imam, Bada, erasure, applies with even the Sufyani. Isn't the Sufyani of the Hatmiyat? Isn't he of the certainties? Imam said yes. Can even occur with the Sufyani. Yes, Dawood bin Qasim in his conversation with Imam al-Jawad. That there doesn't even have to be a Sufyani. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to, he'll test you there and then. 12th Imam's returned. Are you ready for him? Yes? That's the second of the ghaibah. The third, he would not, the third reason is that he would have never given bay'ah to a zalim or an oppressive khalifa. When you look at the Imams of Ahlul Bayt, each one of them had to see khulafa who were oppressive. Yes? Imam al-Hassan had to see Muawiyah. And Imam Zayn al-Abidi, Imam al-Baqir to see Bani Umayyah. Imam al-Sadiq, Imam al-Kadhim, Imam al-Rada, Imam al-Jawad, Imam al-Hadi, Imam al-Askari saw Bani Abbas. They had to live in periods where these people were oppressing them, where they were put in difficult positions. Look at Imam al-Rada, how difficult the position they put him, where they made him leave his home to go and live in Mashhad. Yes? His children, Imam al-Jawad not next to him. His sister Bibi Ma'suma in Qom alone. Other sisters, some went to Azerbaijan, some went to Afghanistan because of how much dhulm they faced. The third reason of the ghaibah was what? The 12th Imam would never have given bay'ah to a zalim. Never. Never. Allah would have spared him that moment of having to live under a zalim government. Yes? For when he returns, he'll establish the government of adala and remove the government of tyranny. Like whom? He'll stand up against dhulm like his grandfather, Abu Abdullah. Yes? Abu Abdullah would not give bay'ah to Yazid. Yes? He said to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I left the world for the sake of you. I orphan my children so I may see you. Yes? If they cut my body into pieces for the love of you, my heart wouldn't lean to any other but you, Ya Allah. Yes? And that's why the poets of Ahlul Bayt, they would always write about the 12th Imam. You look at the great poets, Haydar al-Halli, al-Himyari, al-Hamadani, Da'bal bin Ali al-Khuza'i. Whenever they would write poetry about the 12th Imam, they'd compare this thought. The 12th will not give bay'ah to the zalim like Abu Abdullah gave no bay'ah to the zalim of his time. Yes? Hayhat minna dhillah. Never a man like me will be humiliated. Yes? Never. I will never give bay'ah to that tyrant. Abu Abdullah, your words echo in the words of all great poets today. And that's why Imam al-Rada alayhi salam would tell his poets, do poetry. Talk about Imam al-Hujjah, but also remind me of Imam al-Hussein when you're talking. Yes? And who would sit next to Imam al-Rada alayhi salam? Da'bal bin Ali al-Khuza'i. Yes? Da'bal bin Ali al-Khuza'i, one of the greatest poets of Al Muhammad. He would sit next to Imam al-Rada. There is one occasion, Imam said to him, recite a majlis for me, Da'bal. Recite poetry for me. Yes? These same lines are by Imam al-Rada's shrine in Mashhad today. Yes? May Allah bless all of you to go to Mashhad al-Rida. Those of you who haven't been, may Allah bless you to go and sit there next to Imam al-Rada. He said, Da'bal, recite for me a masa'ib. Yes? You know what Da'bal recited? Straight away. أَفَاطِمُ لَوْ خِلْتِ الْحُسَيْنِ مُجَدَّلًا. Yes? Oh Fatima, had you seen Hussein lying on the ground? وَقَدْ مَاتَ عَطْشَانًا بِشَطِّ فُرَاتٍ. He died thirsty by the Furat. إِذَا لَلَطَمْتِ الْخَدْ. أَفَاطِمَ عِنْدَهُ. Fatima, you would have slapped yourself on your cheek had you seen. At that moment, when he said that, they said to him, Da'bal, stop reciting. Why? Said Imam al-Rada's fallen unconscious. He's fainted. Allahu Akbar. Why, oh Imam? Imam al-Rada had literally gone unconscious. He fainted. They got to the Imam, they got him up again. He said, Da'bal, recite again for me. Yes? And at that moment he said to him, أَفَاطِمُ لَوْ خِلْتِ الْحُسَيْنِ مُجَدَّلًا وَقَدْ مَاتَ عَطْشَانًا بشط فرات إذا للطمت الخد أفاطم عنده. Again, Da'bal, stop. He said, why? They said, Imam al-Rada has fallen again. What is making Imam al-Rada faint when he hears this musibah? At that moment, Da'bal said, oh Imam, have I said something wrong about the musibah of Fatima al-Zahra alayha salam? Listen to the reply. He said to him, no, Da'bal, you haven't. He said to him, oh Imam, then what's wrong with you? Why is it whenever I say, oh Fatima, you would have slapped yourself on the cheek? Why is it that you fall on the ground? He looked at him with the tears flowing from his eyes. He said to him, Da'bal, when you said that line, I saw my grandmother Fatima al-Zahra slapping herself in front of me. Imagine, he saw his grandmother Fatima in front of him, slapping herself in front of the musibah of Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam. But I want to ask Bibi Fatima one question. How do you slap a cheek that's already been slapped before? Yes? How do you slap your cheek when they slapped you behind the door when you were behind the door? That's why Imam al-Rada alayhi salam Imam would never ever let go of the musibah of Hussein. Yes, every time Imam al-Hujjah would be remembered, he'd take it back to Imam al-Hussein. And even when he was dying, the narrations mention that when he was dying, he was on this mattress. The poison had begun to surround his holy body. When the poison surrounded the body, he asked his companions, what did he say to them? He said to them, I beg you, lay me out on the ground. They said to him, Imam, but your body is in pain. Let us leave you on this mattress. He said to them, no, let me go and die on the ground. When they laid him on the ground, the tears began to come down from the eyes of the Imam. They said to him, Imam, why did you want to be on the ground when there's a mattress which is softer for you? Listen to his reply. He said, for a few moments I wanted to feel what Abu Abdullah felt when he lay on the ground on the 10th of Muharram. How can I be on a mattress while the son of Rasulullah lay on the ground with nothing to protect him? Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. We pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to raise us with Muhammad and Al Muhammad. Ya Allah, allow us to be amongst the protectors of the ghaibah of Imam Sahib al-Asr wal-Zaman. Ya Allah, raise us with the Imam of our time. Ya Allah, hasten his reappearance. Ya Allah, remove all the confusion that may exist surrounding the Imam of our time. For all of our brothers around the Islamic world, Ya Allah, restore peace and prosperity in their lives. Our brothers in Kuwait, Ya Allah, remove the oppression that they face in their lives. For all of our brothers, unite them under the banner of Muhammad and Al Muhammad. All of us together, we pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allahumma arifni nafsak. Yes? فإنك إن لم تعرفني نفسك لم أعرف رسولك. اللهم عرفني رسولك. فإنك إن لم تعرفني رسولك لم أعرف حجتك. اللهم عرفني حجتك. Ya Allah, let me know your hujjah. Ya Allah, let me see your hujjah. Ya Allah, let me be amongst the companions of your hujjah. Ya Allah, let me know your hujjah. For you know if I don't know your hujjah, then I have left my religion. Ya Allah, we recite a Surah Al-Fatiha, but before it the loudest of your salawat.